I feel like the Yankees get worse technically and fundamentally as the season goes along. That's been the common thread these last few years. Now, the easiest thing to say is that Aaron Boone is like kind of pally with the players and doesn't demand enough of the group. If you want to have that theory, it's fine. I do think if I were in charge, if I were Hal Steinbrenner or Brian Cashman, I would say, look, this has happened 3 years in a row where it feels like we hit a certain point at about 70, 80 games where the team kind of gets mentally tired about doing fundamental stuff right over and over. Because this is something you and I have talked about over and
Hmm.
over for a year plus, which is to be a good fundamental player is to do the routine, the boring, with passion and energy and technical expertise over and over again. And it's easier not to do it
Correct.
than to do it. I think Paul Goldschmidt and Cody Bellinger are exceptional at this. And of course, they won a game yesterday in part because Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt are technically excellent defensive players. And they made not only superb plays, but the right plays, aware plays, right? Bellinger comes up throwing to first to get a double play. Goldschmidt sees that Mauricio has jumped off first base and understands. Tag him, then get to the bag. Don't create the rundown play if you don't have to. Like yesterday was a day where I would sit and say, well, Trent Grisham kind of drifted into a ball over his head. He came in and didn't field the ball cleanly, which is a physical error. Maybe anybody makes it, but he made it. Boone is probably not a riot act manager. Aaron Judge is probably not a riot act captain.
No.
And these are moments where I always feel that the Yankees have never fully replaced Brett Gardner and CC Sabathia, who I thought were wartime consiglieres to steal from The Godfather. Like, I thought that they were guys who knew how to go up and say, this is unacceptable with some strictness. And I do think a lot of this always has to come from the players